Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the brutal difficulty of Windrose. Yes, I did try. Um, I'm gonna apologize for possible right there encoding overload. I got a recent update to my video drivers, and it likes to chug a bit before it decides to work things out. But I did try one time off camera to see just how bad naval combat's gonna be. Um, we're in for a long series. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough one for sure. So, a couple things I've noticed. This does not pertain to Windrose. Number one, I noticed that they're making a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. It's being made by Infinity Ward. Now, I'm riding the fence on getting it. The reason I say that is I love one thing about Call of Duty. Large maps, things like derail, stuff like that, and doing but will it snipes. Love it. Have always loved stupid encoding. Figure it out. I've always loved doing but will it snipe, right? I had a whole series called But Will It Snipe. And I did it across multiple I need hull bracing, so I need one more nail. And there she is. I used to do But Will It Snipe across many of the games. And so I like the concept of it, of taking a weapon that does not snipe and then attempting to snipe with it. It's something I've done, like I said, across a lot of Call of Duties. And I prefer the Modern Warfare varieties to other ones. Now, I used to do it on, what was the other one? I'm gonna get more nails. Might as well. Right? Vanguard. That was the other one. Vanguard had the map called Castle. And yes, you could snipe across Castle with a shotgun. Modern Warfare 2019, there were, there were ones that you could snipe across with shotgun shells, with specific shotgun shells where you use slugs. But they patched a lot of that out in a lot of the newer Modern Warfares. In Modern Warfare 3, there was some that you could do, and, Black Ops 6, you couldn't really do. And it was kind of a shame. And while I did like Black Ops 6, there just wasn't enough large sniping maps. Really. It just felt...
Every case is unique.
I don't know. It felt like they just didn't invest enough fun. Enough of a fun factor. For me. And that's just my take on it. And so... That's why I didn't get the other... that's why I didn't get Black Ops 7. To me, and of course I was met with criticism. Shock. To me, it felt like Black Ops 6.5. That's what it felt like. So I didn't... What? Really? I mean... I turn my back on the dodo when he wants a piece of me. And I'm back to not knowing how to block. But that's the weirdest thing, is because, to me, the whole point about Call of Duty is it's supposed to be like a build your own fun type of game. So effectively, you're supposed to do something that you find fun, and that's how it's always translated. So I've been thinking, stupid bird, I'm all that way just to take a bite out of my rear end. I don't get it. There's the Sargasso. Wait, I can build different ones? Catch stock variant. Brethren catch. This is Brethren variant. It's got more HP. It's got 3 guns. Ooh, 24 pounds. Blackbeard variant. I might want that. Or 24-pound guns. It's faster, but it doesn't carry as much. And it doesn't have as much HP. Alright. I've always, like I said, I've always loved the whole premise of the Call of Duty games, where you can kind of enjoy the game for what it is. And so I've always viewed it as people need to not take it so seriously. You know? That's me, I guess.
Ships under your hand, Captain. Now, lads, call all hands to man the capstan. See the cable run down clear. Heave away and with the will, boys. For Tortuga we will steer. And we'll sing in joyful chorus in the watches of the night. And we'll sight shores of Tortuga when the great dawn brings the light. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home.
I do love the fact that they sang.
Home, dear land to thee. Up aloft amid the rigging blows the loud exulting gale.
We're gonna go raid for some naval combat.
Spreads on high, swelling sail, and the wild waves cleft behind us seem to murmur as they flow. There are loving hearts that wait you in the land to which you go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to dear Tortuga, rolling home to land to thee. Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand.
Oof, my boat took a lot of damage. Actually, no, we're gonna go. Ah. That's it for the boat. There she goes, sinking into the briny deep. It's not exactly easy. Goodbye, Sargasso. But no, it's just, I enjoy doing goofy stuff in Call of Duty. Same way with, like, I enjoy doing what I do in Battlefield. Now, of course, I'm not the most skilled player in Battlefield, and I never claimed to be. If only this had a cannon. Because then I could just... I'm so hard to hit in this little tiny thing. See what I mean? Maybe I should build the other variant that has 24-pound cannons. Maybe I should also build boarding gear. But I have to weaken the ship to board it. That's the problem. Well, now I gotta repair it. Great. I don't even have boarding party gear. Equipment reserved for close quarter combat. Better gear means better on borders. Fewer chances for the enemy once the clash starts. I mean, the rough hide's going to be the problem because that's me going out and killing boars, which always seem to be a problem. I can restore the ship, but I just need fabric. Patch stock. Should I build a new one though? There's no secondary battery. I'm thinking about making the Blackbeard catch. 100 nails was a bit of an ask. Pretty big, tall. Probably pretty tall one. I don't have that much wood, do I? No, I do not. I don't have all that much rope. But I do have tons of fibers, so I can build that. That's no big deal. So I can make, what is it, 20 fabric? Something like that? I'll make, what, 40 rope? I've just been looking for new stuff to play. And, of course, everybody would say never pre-purchase a game, that kind of thing. And while I normally agree with that, a sentiment of never pre-purchase a game, it's like, let's be real here. I didn't want that. Well, let me plant ficus seeds. How about that? You know, I don't ascribe to the whole never pre-purchase a game thing. The way I see it is if it's a game you enjoy and you can do it, right? Like, the game won't be out until October. It'll be a long time. Really? I just accidentally knocked down a coconut palm? Man. You never really want to knock down coconut palms because they're so good, because you could just always go shake the coconuts off of them and get free stuff. Get free food. For example, it's like with the whole Diablo 2 thing. You know, I hear a bunch of people say, "Oh, don't buy Diablo 2, the Diablo 2 expansion or whatever, because they don't deserve it." Look, I enjoy the series. I enjoy playing the game, so of course I'm gonna buy it. It's something I thoroughly enjoy doing. And the same can be said about Call of Duty. I much preferred the Modern Warfare varieties over the Black Ops varieties. Blasphemy, I know. So many people are going to be like, how dare you? And it's like, well... I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but... The Modern Warfare varieties just seem like more fun. Right? They seemed less egregious in terms of... you know, skullduggery and shenanigans. But that's my take on it. I could be way off base. And I probably am. But that's just how I perceived it. Like, I never really saw it as anything more than just... like, I've always seen the Black Ops series as something that's a little bit more fast-paced than I want it to be. They're more close-quarter maps than I want them to be. Which is one of the reasons I do love Battlefields. Wide open maps. If only I was better at the game. Which I'm not. I'll be the first one to admit that. I'm absolutely atrocious. That could be extended to most games, I would say. And of course, I'll probably be met with people saying, well, you could say that again. Ha ha ha. Well, you know what? Fine. I mean, if I'm terrible at games, so be it. You know, I'd have, you know, nowhere on my channel does it say, hey, I'm here to give you the epic plays and be the #1 player in the world. No, doesn't say that anywhere, because I know better. I know much better. I know that my skill level is on the low side of mid. But the whole But Will It Snipe series, that's where the fun was. There was a ton of fun in that. Ooh, I get to do this. Hey, Mr. Grunt. Really? Okay. He got me with a rock. It was great. He was just like, I've had enough of this. It just heaves a rock at me. It was great. Okay. I mean, I hit the block, but I guess I didn't block. Whatever. And it's just one of those things I love to do. I'm trying to parry and I'm not doing it right. As you can see, my mid-level plays on full display here. There's the parry. And there it went. Knew that was coming. As soon as that last block got eaten, I was like, yep, that's gonna be my death. Silver button. Dude, you just got pummeled by a crab. You know, I think people would be like, you know what, just call it. Quit playing it on really brutal difficulty. I enjoy this. I really enjoy the difficulty. Like, I clicked it, but it's too late. Look at all the corpses just littering the waterway here. Was that just a drowned? Swollen drowned. Interesting. Why do the thorn fiddlers have undead essence? Are they like zombie crabs? It would be kind of interesting if they were zombie crabs. Realistically speaking. Oh, there's the drowned. There's the thorn fiddler. Okay, he's dead. It just stood there. Like, there's no possible way he could swing. Immediately swings and takes my head off. Okay. God, I'm such a dolt. There's a lot I like about this game. There's a lot. Like, I enjoy playing it. I enjoy just the whole premise of it being difficult. But if you would like to see me do Modern Warfare 4 content, then I might be tempted to get it. It's currently a toss-up right now, because if I don't get it, no big loss, right? If I do get it, potentially content, as I would have to level the guns and then do but will it snipes. Right? The problem is I got a lot of irons and a lot of fires for what I'm currently doing. And of course, you know, I'm going to be met with, oh really, a lot of irons and a lot of fires, doing what? Well, to be honest, I'm doing a lot of stuff helping out here at home. You know, my sister's been staying here for a while because she's had a bit of a time with what she's got going on. So between that and between home obligations and recording and doing dailies to keep concurrent on other things, it's kind of become it's eaten into a lot of time because I'm also helping homeschool my nephew, and between all of it, it's taking up a bit of time for sure. You know, so I'm kind of sitting here thinking to myself, well, if I was to get the game, there would be a lot of time invested in, you know, to level up all the weapons and everything. Now I know that people, like I said, people aren't really going to be all too keen in watching that, I don't think. So it makes me wonder, is there actually a market for it? Which is why I posed the question. You know, 150, and I need 100 nails. I need 40 of them. Okay. Oh wait, is that for the Blackbeard variant? Yeah, that's for the Blackbeard variant as well. So I need 150 wood. And cloth. I have the rope. And then after that, I don't even know if I'll be able to make the 24-pound guns. But I'd be willing to try. I have the rope. What I say? I needed another 20? Something like that? Yeah. So now I just need 100 nails, and I can make the Blackbeard catch variant. Or the Blackbeard variant of the catch. Then I can go out and play catch. With a catch. But there's a catch. Yep. I went there. Range A, accuracy B. I do need the boarding party gear, but like I said, it's going to be so hard to get the roughhide. Yeah, I do need that boarding party gear, though. We gotta go out and find boars. Oh. Fun times. But who better to ask for the metrics of what they would like to see than the audience, right? And that's the fun part about YouTube that I don't think people really grasp. Is you don't have a live audience immediately, you know, scrutinizing, etc. You have a video you post, you take a look at the metrics of how well it does, and you adjust accordingly, right? Meanwhile, you have buried too late. But you have metrics. Like you see the video metrics, and you can sit there and be like, this video did well, this video did not, and you can wonder why they did well and why they did not. Like, for example, people seem to like Taskbar Hero. It was pretty well received on the first one. The second one, not so much, but that's okay. Some people didn't like the second one, and I understand that because I wasn't explaining the game. I was just playing it. Which, if you can call it playing, because it's an idle game. But there are active measures you can take. You know, having to change up your party and whatnot does matter in Taskbar Hero. I parried. Can you tell how many times I've died all over the place? Two Blackbeard gunboats. Find 4 black marks. It's just one of those things that is one of the joys of YouTube, I think. And I don't think people talk about it enough. People like to talk about how it can be difficult, and it can. To say that it's not difficult is wrong. There are difficulties, and that difficulty comes in the form of creative difficulty. Is you have to sit there and think, I have to come up with content all the time. I have to keep coming up with something that people are going to want to see, people maybe they haven't seen, you know, something new, you know. Because nobody wants to be boring, right? Oh, come on. Nobody wants to be a boring character, right? And nobody wants to have that boring content. Because it's not going to bring in viewer metrics. YouTube's not going to look at you as the next big thing, right? So there is a difficulty to it. It is a struggle, especially for aspiring, you know, YouTube people. Whether they be called YouTube talent or not, it's purely up to the person if they want to be called that. I just want to be called a person who does YouTube. A person who's potentially philosophical while on YouTube. I mean, is it going to be like a groundbreaking philosophy every time? No. Sometimes it's going to be sit back, have a laugh. Even if it's a laugh at my own misfortune. Anything. The point of it is to have a good time with an audience. Where'd the other one go? That was a bad... There we go. Really? That would be called indigestion when the pork fights back. That's the thing is like, you want to give the audience a good time. You want to give them something, even if it's them laughing at you, right? I've had people, they hit dislike on some content I made. Whatever, I don't care. You dislike it, that's fine. That's your proclivity. You don't have to like everything. No one says you do. And that's I think, the big difference. There's a couple of key differences, I would say, between me and other creators. I haven't met all other creators, obviously. I haven't watched all the content, obviously. There's way too much on YouTube to watch all of it. But one thing I've noticed is I'll notice a lot of creators, you know, do the whole stumping for things, like asking for specific things like likes and, subscriptions and everything. I don't do that. The most I want from any person is comments. And the reason I want comments is because comments give me direction. Comments let me know how to go in a different direction to be more entertaining. How to do, how to take a different look at things. How to, just anything like that. Little comments like that help point me in a direction or make me think about things. And that's simply it. It's not... I will never stump for likes or subscriptions, ever. I don't like that. It feels disingenuous. It feels like people are like, yes, well, I need to hit my quota. Why? For example, I have a friend. You probably know him. He's got quite a few subscribers. He's got a lot of subscribers on TikTok. And he's a good friend of mine. I mean, yeah, we've had some sort of creative differences in the past. We've had some sort of, differences opinion-wise. But I still consider him a friend, and I always will. That's never going to change. Because we can have those differences of opinion. We can have that juxtaposition, if you will. And look at things and say, you know what? We don't have to be identical. We could be on separate ends of we could be on separate ends of an opinion and yet still be there. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's gonna be death if I get hit. Almost had it. But having that differentiation, 205 peers, 200 defense left. You know what? I'm gonna try it. Why not? Ooh, like the speed. Really? New notes to read and curios. Cool. How curious. We can have those disagreements and still be friends in my mind. What is up with this curios? I was just there. Cool. Put to journal. There, I read it. And having those, disagreements and being like that, that's perfectly fine. But anyway, back to him. Dylan and I, he hit a slump. This was shortly after he had hit 1 million subscribers on TikTok. He was over the moon. He was as happy as could be, and he was sitting there and he goes, "Now what do I do?" I said, "What do you mean, now what do you do?" And he goes, well, I've done everything. He's like, I've hit 1 million subscribers, and he's like, now what do I do? I'm stuck. And I was like, why does there have to be, I was like, why does there always have to be a goal? Why does there have to be an objective that you have to run to? And he kind of looked at me weird, like, what are you getting at? And I said, why not just create for the sake of creation? I said, no one, I said, you just make. You do what you want to do because it looks fun to you. I said, and if it looks fun to you, it will look fun to others, and they will join in. And that's what I mentioned, that's what I tell to everybody, and I've been playing for almost 50 minutes. Oh my god. Man, I tell that to so many people. It's like, you don't have to meet quotas and goals, and you don't have to. You're not working at a factory. You're not being, held back by your boss breathing down your neck saying, hey, you need to have this done by whenever. And now he's got a financial advisor. He's got an accountant, managing his money so he doesn't have to worry about it. He's doing extremely well. But he was in a slump. He sat there, and the slump was so bad, he was considering walking away from TikTok. He really was. He sat right there and he goes, I've got nothing else left to do. And it was those words that pulled him back from quitting. And sometimes that's all it takes. But that's where the difficulty lies with creation. Is people get lost. They sit there and they think, well, what if I did this? What if I did that? And they never, it haunts them because they are constantly second guessing themselves. And they need to not second guess themselves. They need to just do. And of course, you'll have people being like, well, if they just do things, then that might not be, the smartest move. Well, it's true, it might not be. It might be very foolish. But you won't know until you've actually done it. You'll just be. Be in the moment. That's something I've been telling other people as well. Just, you don't have to be what other people want you to be. Be you. Be wonderful you. Just whatever you want to be. Right? If you want to be a success, if you want to be a smash hit out there, go for it. There's only one person stopping you. You. You are your own hurdle. You are your own limitation. And the more people realize that if they just take their limitations off and they just allow themselves to do what they want to do, there's no one stopping you. You are quite literally unstoppable. I'm going to make these nails and I'm going to call it a day. I get 5 items per iteration. How many nails did I need first? Before I even go off and away, I gotta see how many nails I need. 100. So I need 78 nails. 78 nails. Oh, plus the boarding part. Oh, that requires the other thing. So 78 nails. I get 5 per. So if I do 10, that's 50. If I do 20, that's 80. No, that's 100. Just made a mistake there. So another 5 is 25, that's 75. So I need 16. 16. Almost junked it. Oof. That'd have been bad. I'll be able to bring that one up from the thing. I don't have customization. Yar. Wonderbeard. That's the name of it. I'm going to repair this. Because I need to take the... I have an extra gun, but I'm going to take the one thing off of it, the hull. So I need fabric. Forgot to take it. And now I'm going to call both my ships. I'm going to have a harbor. It's just going to be a harbor. You watch. Okay, why can't I call the other one? Oh, it's because it's not my flagship. There we go. It's a bit longer, isn't it?
Ship's under your hand, Captain.
I'll pull it forward here.
Ease the sails.
We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that too. And we're gonna go over here to the Blackbeard, to the Blunderbeard, I should say. We're gonna put the. Wait. Made a mistake. I kind of want these. Thank you. I mean, I can always put the cannons on here. It's got no armor. But at least now it's got cannons.
Captain at the helm.
Blackbeard gunboat. There's 2 of them over there.
Helm's yours, Captain. Here. It's a damn tough life, full of toil and strife. Where a man undergo. We don't give a damn when the gale is done. How hard the winds did blow. 'Cause we're homeward bound. It's a grand old sound on a good ship, taut and free.
So I'm gonna call this video here, and it'll be under the serenade of the pirate crew. I tried to do some naval combat, and I could be a little better at it, but I think we'll get there. However, I need to figure out how to get 24-pound cannons, because I think that'll do more damage. But we'll see how it goes. But I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I know I did. And I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.
Our baggy sails running for the gales, rolling down to old Maui.